So this is going to be a little bit different. We just went to Blockbuster and picked up this movie, Heartless, starring Jim Sturgess, and we are all very dubious on it. So what's going to happen is we've got it prepped up, and we're going to see if this is any good. So I'll read the back here. Jim Sturgess leads a hugely talented ensemble cast.
Dubious.
And this what's a sublime psychological thriller from the acclaimed director Philip Riley. I actually don't know who that is, so.
This is a lot.
The film follows Jim Morgan Sturgess, born with a heart-shaped birthmark on his face, which leaves him an outcast in a rough neighborhood. Blah blah blah. Something about the devil. This should be interesting. It says it's in the same vein as Donnie Darko.
Doubtful.
Yeah. I liked Donnie Darko. So yeah, what's gonna happen? We are gonna watch this movie. You are gonna watch a 15-second trailer, and we'll meet up at the end and see if it's any good.
Feels like I've got this parallel life. I've got this life that I'm living where people look at me and they call me names.
Why are you freak?
And then I've got this other life where, you know, I'm just like you.
And that world out there? Hell.
Well, these kids, this gang, they come up from nowhere. It sounds like wild animals.
You know what's doing all of this, don't you? There are demons. You know, there used to be dangerous areas.
So, we just got done watching Heartless with, what was the guy's name? Jim Sturgess?
Yeah.
Got done watching Heartless with Jim Sturgess, and it was, better than I thought it was gonna be. It was different. The back of the box made it kind of look like an action film. But it was more of a how would you say this thing was?
Oh, wow, that could have been anything, though, because he's got the romantic attachment, but at the same time, that's in pretty much every other movie.
Yeah.
And then it's got, like, the Satan-y bit. Like, really, the only way that you can, like, do the catch-all is the psychological thriller.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a huge umbrella, but that's
it's a psychological thriller. But yeah, so basically, the main character has got a giant birthmark on his face in the shape of a heart. He's not fond of it. So somewhere down the line, his mother gets killed by a bunch of raving, a gang who may or may not be demons. I don't know. So he makes a deal with the devil, gets the birthmark taken off, and craziness ensues. I really don't want to give away more than that. But yeah, it was.
Did you take it out?
I had really low hopes for it to start with. You can tell by the way the DVD menu looked and the trailers at the beginning that we weren't in for high class cinema. But it was a competent movie. I didn't feel the need to throw anything at the end of it. And actually, the ending's pretty good. Kind of tied everything together. So I guess it wasn't what I was thinking it was gonna be, but it's not always a bad thing. So, any final thoughts, Nathan?
No, it was a decent movie. I don't really know how to classify it.
Psychological thriller.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they mentioned it was like Donnie Darko.
It was definitely nothing.
It was definitely not like Donnie Darko. I think we could say that much. Donnie Darko never talked to Satan.
No, unless, the bunny was an allegory.
No, the bunny was really close. But, no, all in all, I'd say that it's worth watching once,
The flip-flop at the end, I think, is really what did it. If that hadn't... The ending, the last, 10 minutes of the movie is definitely what... If that hadn't been there, if it had ended before that, I think that movie would have sucked.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes.
The emotional acting, he did actually pretty good with some of his emotions.
Yeah, but it was all sad.
I know.
It was never.
It's.
I got a giant birthmark on my face and I'm sad about it. Yeah.
It's true, but He did pretty good. He had that. He could pull off the happy too.
Yeah. He wasn't.
It wasn't all downer. There was a lot of upper, and by the time it was done, you were just like, that kind of sucks for him. And then the movie starts to wrap up, and you get to like the last 10 minutes where everything's just
the last 10 minutes really kind of solidified it for me.
And then the ending, and you're just like,
yeah,
I'm not upset. I'm not super overjoyed. I'm just completely like. That was the ending. That was how it
that was how it should. I should mention that the movie ends about 6 times.
Yes, you should definitely do that. And there's like 4 walking montages.
There's a ton of montages. You better like montages.
Not as many jump scares actually as I thought.
Yes,
yeah, I thought it was going to be a more
like 3 attempts through like a 2-hour movie.
And I don't think any of them really landed. I wasn't.
Bathroom is pretty much the closest.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, that's the closest.
That's about the closest you can get. But yeah, it wasn't so much a horror movie. But yeah,
it's kind of just, I guess, somewhat horror drama, I guess?
Horror drama? Psychological thriller? I hate to keep using psychological thriller. Because it wasn't really a psychological thriller.
No, it really wasn't, because at the end you're just like, okay, so what was it? Well, I'm not going to say it, but...
What did we just watch?
But at the end, it pretty much wraps itself up real nicely, and it's just like, done.
There's never going to be a Heartless 2.
No, and you're just, okay, I don't think it's a psychological thriller, like, Donnie Darko would be psychological, where at the end you're just like, that's wild.
Well, yeah, look at, Seven.
What was that other one? It's like a group of FBI agents on an island, supposed to be a training camp. I think it's called like Timeless or something. Or
what?
I've never heard of it.
Have you never seen that?
What?
Group of FBI agents on an island? It sounds alright.
The basis is, okay, there's a group of
FBI... Right, with the watches and stuff? I don't know what that's called, but yeah!
Okay, there's a movie.
Yeah!
It's got a bunch of FBI trainees, and they're like, so...
They're basically on a practice island. You know how, like, the military, they have these areas where they go out, and it's, like, training courses for battles?
Was it called boot camp?
No.
By any means?
But it's the same idea, but for FBI agents.
Yeah, but it's not FBI, like, combat agents. It's,
investigation.
Not even that. What are they called? Profilers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's profilers.
Yeah.
So it's a team of profilers, and they go to this island, and they say, okay, we've set this island up so that there's, like, a serial killer. Mm-hmm. So we gotta figure out who the serial killer is, and we have a bunch of clues laid out, so profile the island. We'll be back in, what was it, like 24 hours or something?
It was like a
and
day. No, I think it might have been 2 days.
I don't know. It was a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But then a storm rolls in, and
that's
communications. No good. And for some reason, they're not sure why. So now they have to wait like 2 or 3 days before another ferry comes or something. During that time, people start getting killed by these elaborate traps, all involving clocks and time. And they figure out one of the FBI profilers is a serial killer.
Well, that's no good.
And he starts killing them off. So they have to figure out who it is and stop it before it's done.
So this movie is definitely not like that?
Yeah, everybody ends up looking like the killer before it's done. And then it all just goes boom, 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 done. And you're just like, that was good.
Well, it's actually...
I watched like the last couple 45 minutes or so of it. It's actually a pretty decent movie. I didn't see the setup, so I can't say much about that, but...
Well, if anybody knows what it is, leave it in the comments. I'll do something.
What is it called?
I don't know. Probably
It's a decent movie. I actually rather enjoyed it.
But no, I'm actually surprised that the Heartless turned out well. I'm happy.
Yeah, I thought it was going to suck way harder than it did.
Say go out and watch it. But,
yeah, if it's... I don't know if I'd say search it out,
if you don't
but if it's on...
If you want like a quick movie night and something just to kind of watch before bed, or you just want like a decent...
Hey, you know what some people also might be, I guess, I don't want to call it experimental because that sounds weird. If you like just watching movies to see if they're
any good
without any like promo,
like us,
yeah, then I'm sure there's got to be like one person who's worth it. What I love is the contrast, okay? Because we've got Heartless and Sharktopus.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Next time we're gonna be taking a look at Sharktopus. So if you thought this was good, Sharktopus.
I don't know if that's better or really, really worse.
It's definitely a Sharktopus.
So we have even lower hopes for Sharktopus.
I almost have higher.
Higher hopes?
I only have hope for a Sharktopus.
There better be a Sharktopus.
Oh, there looks like there is a lot of Sharktopus going around in that movie.
Wait. Just like a lot of one Sharktopus or
Or
like
a lot of Sharktopie.
I just wanted to say Sharktopie. I'm done.
Okay, because it definitely looks like more of a Sharktopus.
One
Wrap
singular
up this
shark.
video.
Yes, we
I
should.
have to
So
take you home.
yes. So yeah, that was Heartless. Give it a shot if you see it. But yeah. So next time, Sharktopus. See you then.